attributes.
There are some people that have. Look at that! Look at the gorgeous locks.
That is a main. But we're seeing Muse versus JaySon.
Yeah, I mean, we've discussed both of the characters that have been here, JaySon specifically, and we've also talked about Toon Link. Muse plays a little bit of a different style of Toon Link than most, and you'll see what I'm talking about coming up, and it's going to be interesting to see how JaySon tries to deal with that. Of course, at the kill percents, Muse is going to be trying to connect those bombs, and he'll be throwing out a lot of projectiles, but Muse actually likes to get a lot more up close and personal than most Toon Links like to.
I feel like Toon Link is a character that sometimes his archetype is misunderstood. I feel like he's less of a zoner and more of just like a trap-based character. His goal isn't run away and throw stuff at you and then eventually you die or get a percentage where he can kill you. His goal is, I am going to set up these intricate traps, and if you hit my bomb, I get a follow-up. If you hit my boomerang, I get a follow-up.
And I mean, you said it just right. I mean, most Toon Link players, especially at that top level, are not trying to connect all of these moves together. They're trying to get you to make a mistake so that they can connect 5 moves together.
It's really important that they understand what options you like to choose out of your shield, and the way they do that is they'll throw a bomb at your shield. What do you do? How do you react? And then they'll constantly adapt to how you're changing what you do out of your shield to get these kills. Toon Link can kind of get shield camped. He doesn't have a regular grab. He has a tether. It's kind of slow. You can react to it. So his goal is, I put a bomb on your shield. That's pressure. You have to do something now.
Yeah. And we just saw now, one thing that I wanted to mention about this matchup is that Fox likes to get a lot of his kills with up airs, up smashes, and such. And it's very difficult to do that when Toon Link is throwing a bomb down at you, which will then kill you when he hits you with the back air. Or the forward air. Really, any of his aerials.
His aerials are really good. And it's scary that he has these bombs to confirm into them.
Ooh. JaySon wanted to go for that kill right there, but knowing that the boomerang would come in, interrupt, and give Muse a follow-up, just decided to go a little bit more patient and missing that punish opportunity there.
Yeah. And that's what's so scary about these traps that are being set is sometimes not only does it just get you opportunities to advance your on your opponent, it sometimes can bail you out of these kind of situations where normally they would be able to take a stock.
Yeah, and I think JaySon is playing this matchup like Toon Link is a projectile zoner when, like you say, he really just needs to be looking out for these traps a little more. He's doing very well in spite of that. You know, 135%, he could get a kill at just about any time he feels like right now. So this game's going to be back to even, just 4% difference between them.
He's really got to watch out for that up tilt from Muse, and as I say it, he down airs directly into it, eating a bunch of damage. That was about 50%.
A whopping 49% off of one bad downer.
And there, he just can't return the favor. Muse, albeit a butter knife of a disjoint, he does have a disjoint that he can contest Fox's up tilt with, so he gets out of that situation a lot earlier than JaySon gets out of those up tilts.
That is the problem that Fox has in matchups against characters with disjoints, is that he likes to use that up tilt, he likes to use those small, quick hitboxes, but against characters with disjoints, the small hitboxes aren't going to do you any good.
That was
JaySon.
Excellent display of patience from him.
And knowing that Muse couldn't grab him because he had already pulled out a bomb.
That's right, if you have a bomb in hand, you can't use the grab button.
Good DI away, but air dodged into the ground, trying to mash and get out of whatever follow-up he had. And gets caught with another forwarder. We're going to go into game 2 with Muse winning game 1.
Man, that was
Fanta
really,
grape.
really close. Beautiful shirt by Muse. But man.
If JaySon thinks that he's in a world where he can just get in like he normally does and just throw out these down air mix-ups against a character like Toon Link, he's in a fantasy.
Yeah, I agree. The big problem is that he has to get through Toon Link's disjoints.
Yeah.
He's riding the pain train again. 52%.
Goodness.
That was from 0 to 52 real quick, and the game was evened up. Ooh, and he calls him out hard with that forward smash.
Muse, knowing that JaySon almost without fail will come down with an attack from the air every single time, and he's caught him with that forward smash like 4 or 5 times.
I mean, with Fox, you have good reason to come down with your aerials. They're really strong. They get you good follow-ups. Nair and down air in particular can lead into just juggle situations.
Yeah.
Oh my
wow,
goodness.
Another forward smash.
Muse just doing a really good job of calling JaySon out, saying, "Hey, you need to mix up your game plan because it's not working."
I wanted him to go for a shine spike. I don't know why I thought he would. It's just because what I would do. But JaySon's got him off stage, getting a little bit of extra lasers for damage, but he's at a loss really for how to edge guard Muse at this point. He hasn't really been able to go off stage to catch anything because of that up B's hitbox. And I think that's been the biggest detriment in this matchup so far, is that every time Muse is off stage, he knows that he can just come back.
I mean, that is just kind of a Fox thing. Fox doesn't really go out and edge guard people because his recovery, if you go out, use your double jump to try to enter a sep, you're having a bad time making it back. It's just a scary thing, especially when you have so much control on stage. You really don't have to.
So I thought that he was going to go for some sort of pivot option. Didn't quite work out, and they were both ended up standing there. JaySon sealing that stock with the back air. What were you going to say, Nate?
I mean, it took him a while to get that stock, but he only has about 60% on him right now. He can easily even that up with a combo. He just has to be patient on stage. He can't force these kills. He can't go off stage to get them. And really good adaptation on the timing from JaySon right there. Not falling into that forward smash this time. Able to punish it with the down air. And now he gets his combos going.
Yeah, words out of my mouth. I mean, JaySon really, going into the second game, really needed to realize that he just needed to take a second to, be patient, take a look, and just kind of adapt to what's going on against Muse.
He sat back, thought, this is what I'm doing wrong. This is what I need to adjust. And now he has taken control in this game.
Possibly taking the game, Muse?
Muse realized he was too far to make it back, for sure. Didn't have a bomb pulled, so he wouldn't be able to explode in time. It takes about 6 seconds for the bombs to explode, so there's no way that he would be able to recover.
Yeah.
Just deciding, let's move on to this next game.
And it'll be 1-1 going into Game 3, as it always is. I don't know why I felt the need to mention that. But we're going to go on to Final Destination. I think this is... typically a great Fox stage. But in this matchup, Toon Link's going to have a much easier time, as we mentioned earlier. He's going to have a much easier time, getting these projectiles out and converting those combos because there are no platforms for them to hit.
I think the main other thing is when you have all these projectiles going out and your opponent doesn't have access to platforms, it makes it much harder for them to find avenues around these traps that you're setting.
So we're going to see how that works out. JaySon opting to challenge Muse at the aerial game right now. So far it's been working out. He's taken the lead, but Muse is going to be looking for one of those big combos. I mean, he is just a few up tilts away from taking the lead. Perhaps not now, but...
And JaySon just doing a really good job of keeping Muse in the air.
This is, I think, if JaySon had a favorite stage, it's definitely Final Destination.
JaySon does really, really well on this stage. For good reason. Fox just...
And I think a lot of that has to do with his favorite down air cross-ups, because when you have that flat, you don't have that extra escape option of going onto the platforms. You really just have to pick and choose a way to escape on the ground or risk being up-aired in the air, just like that. So JaySon really benefiting from that so far. I mean, he's not even into the rage zone in his first stock.
This is a big change from what we saw Game 1 and 2.
I think that's really what's changed, is that JaySon has taken this bit of time to really adapt, see what Muse has been doing, how he plays Toon Link, and I think now he's got that downloaded. I think he's, ready to just take this on game after game.
I mean, the big thing is he's not just kind of... I mean, right as I was about to say it, I was going to say he's not just running in, and the one time he does make that rash decision, say I'm tired of waiting, he dash attacks, miss spaces, gets rammed straight into a forward smash.
Boomerang, bomb, big hit. The 3 Bs of Toon Link.
But we've seen JaySon will actually opt to run to the other side of the stage and shoot lasers. The lasers aren't even that good for Fox in this game. It gets maybe 2%. You can't really auto-cancel them. You have to be at a distance to use them. But he gets a little bit extra percent, and it shows, hey, I'm being patient right now. I'm waiting for you to commit to an option, and then I'm going to meet you halfway.
It's a little bit like Cloud's Limit, where you have to force your opponent to approach. Maybe looking for the down air into up smash there, but getting clipped and not having the opportunity. He's now on his last stop.
He has no jump. He has a bomb. He can make it back.
Oh, wow, the Magnet Hands. All right, so he's back, but he's got a mountain to climb, 125%. Most things from Fox will kill now.
Getting the down air. Ooh.
Didn't have time to up smash because of the boomerang.
Was able to at least get some damage. That way that back air would be able to seal the deal. And that was such a big difference from JaySon. Being able to slow that game down, analyze the patterns that Muse is throwing his projectiles in, and just break through the traps.
And I think while Final Destination is traditionally an all-right counterpick for Toon Link, you don't take... I mean, when the whole joke around a character is based on one stage, you don't take the character to that stage.
To be fair, in Melee, I don't think Fox really likes that stage.
Again, in certain matchups. Such as
90%
anybody
of the
that
characters have a chain grab on that man. He does not like FD. But
this is a different game.
You're right.
There are no chain grabs in Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U.
You're right.
Featuring Cloud Strife from the Final Fantasy series.
And also Bayonetta.
From the Bayonetta series.
And also Mega Man. And
from
also
the Mega Man series.
Pac-Man.
From the Pac-Man series.
Thank you for just keeping it rolling. You're on point right now. But
and Ryu from the Ryu is Never Top Tier series.
I don't know
Wait,
about that.
was he?
I think Ryu is top tier in Street Fighter V right now.
Is he?
He's really, really good in Street Fighter V.
I know what I know about Street Fighter V right now from what I've